Okay, before we get started with my DayZ mod review, let me just explain a few things. The DayZ mod is still in its alpha stages. It's very far from completion, and if you're planning on buying Arma 2 just for this game, wait until the end of the review, and if you still feel like buying it, go ahead. If otherwise, I wouldn't recommend it. You need Arma 2 and Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead. Okay, so the DayZ experience. You'll basically start next to the coast. You have no idea where you are, unless you have previous experience of a map, without any guns, and that's it. You basically have to survive, aka the survival part of the game. So you're gonna have to sneak into in zombie-infested areas to find yourself loot. Loot consists of food and water that you drink, which you need to stay alive, and weapons and ammo, which you need to defend yourself. They are the core elements of this game. I'll go into progression a bit later in this review. And another thing worth note is this is a large multiplayer game. You won't just encounter zombies, you'll encounter other survivors who are like you, and chances are they'll be hostile. And this makes the game very interesting and different. It's going to require several survival tactics, thus the saying survival game. So as you progress through the game, you'll find better weapons and ammo, and that'll allow you to maybe kill more zombies, fight your way into better loot locations such as army bases, airfields, as well as defend yourself from other bandits or survivors. Now, group teamwork can be hard to come across because even if you know someone who you want to play DayZ with, the servers can be pretty full. So it's good to work as a team because that way you're more likely to survive. And if you die in DayZ, then you don't spawn with your stuff. You have to start again from scratch, and you can be killed in one shot, just like that. Similarly, a zombie can just hit you over and basically knock you out, which is no fun really, no fun at all. As well as finding better ammo and better guns, you have to survive by finding food, finding water. You can find food either in cans with loot, or you can kill animals and basically get food off them using your hunting knife, and then make a fire. It's all very realistic in the approach it's taken. So there's also some vehicles you can find. There's helicopters, there's cars, but that's a very late level kind of thing because they're going to require fuel. You have to find engine parts. You have to be very organised in how you approach this. So that is the progression in DayZ so far. Now moving on to the gameplay. The shooting mechanics can be a bit wonky. After all, this is running off the Arma 2 engine. Anyone who's played Arma 2 will know that the shooting is nothing like Call of Duty. It's not reflex based. It's more based on your positioning and how used to the weapon you are. So that's worth bearing in mind. Now, between shooting and surviving, you'll find yourself walking for very long distances. This is quite boring because generally there's nothing in between the towns apart from trees and fields, and although you could argue it adds to the atmosphere, it's not about the fifth time you end up doing it after dying. it's a bit boring. That's just worth keeping in mind. Also, the inventory screen is something you'll be spending a lot of time actually using, because you're going to have to organise your backpack to make yourself carry as much loot as possible. You can't carry everything you'd like to, you have to drop some stuff, and you have to be very organised. So you'd find this inventory screen is still awkward to use, although they have made some improvements to it, and hopefully by the time the alpha and beta stages are finished, the inventory screen will be nice and streamlined. So that's something to look forward to, hopefully. So that brings me on to my conclusion. The DayZ mod is a unique mod. I've never played anything like this. The fact it saves your progression, the fact that there's hundreds of other people playing at the same time, and hundreds of zombies is just amazing. And this is all for free, as long as you own Arma 2. So I'd say, as well as that, the biggest draw is the unique social interaction between you, the survivor, and other survivors, because you won't know who to trust. It's all very cool, really. So overall, this is a great mod, which shouldn't be missed. It is free. Luckily, this is a mod. I can imagine if a game company actually developed this, it'll be a full-priced title. So enjoy DayZ, and